Ray Dalio. These are the 3 best financial recommendations for young people. Hey guys, for years billionaire investor Ray Dalio has emphasized the need for self-awareness. However, when asked what advice he has for young people, Dalio explained that a group's talents are more fruitful when its members recognize each other's strengths and shortcomings, as well as how to operate effectively together. Some people have strengths where you have weaknesses, and you have weaknesses where they have strengths. It's the most efficient approach to achieving success. Before we go any further, please subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell to receive updates on future videos like this. And without further ado, let us talk about the 3 best financial recommendations for young people given by Ray Dalio. Last year, he talked about his flaws, claiming that he tries to deliver comments without coming across as brutal, and that he has a habit of rambling or not being clear. You can't go around your shortcomings if you don't know what they are. Now he argues, the objective is to make sure that people around you are aware of your vulnerabilities, as well as your strengths. Together, you can compensate for one another's flaws while allowing each other's talents to shine. The advice is consistent with Dalio's track record since stepping down as CEO of Bridgewater in 2011. The billionaire has become well known for his collaborative working philosophy. Dalio wrote in his 2017 book Principles on the need of selecting people who are the most serious questions, rather than thinking they have all the answers. Ray Dalio, the business billionaire investor and Bridgewater Associates hedge fund maestro, have a straightforward piece of advice for young individuals who want to put their money to work in stocks. Just get started. Play the game and learn as much as you can from your failures. Dalio, worth $17.4 billion, choosing to put your hard-earned money at risk in the stock market can be perplexing and daunting. Only 37% of Americans under the age of 35 owned equities in 2017, and thus far in 2018 significantly less than before the 2008 financial crisis. It's especially difficult when the market is in turmoil, as trade talks between the Trump administration and China continue. They plummeted as much as 496 points Monday, while they sank 2% and fell 2.8% before regaining some ground by the closing. However, Dalio believes that allowing fear to influence your actions is not a good approach to building wealth. When you're not worried, you're probably wanting to sell, and when you're scared, you probably want to purchase. Dalio remarked at the Harvard Kennedy School's Institute of Politics in February, the most common mistake made by individual investors is to believe that a market that performed well is a good market rather than a more costly market, and that a terrible market is a worse market rather than a cheaper market. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell to be notified of new videos. And keep watching. Dalio believes that the key is to start investing early, make mistakes and learn from them as quickly as possible. Dive into the markets, have the shit kicked out of you, and learn on how to do things differently. And when you begin to learn what works and what doesn't, make a note of everything that you discover. Write down your decision-making criteria, then backtest them. Ray Dalio provided 3 financial recommendations for young people. Number 1, make a backup. The first tip is to consider your savings and how much money you've set aside for saves. The easiest way to think about it is to ask yourself, how much money do I spend each month, and how much money have I saved? How long will I be able to function without that? It may seem basic advice, but it's easy to forget and take for granted when the paychecks come in. Value and quantify money because savings are freedom and security. Having said that, it's critical to spend your money sensibly. Number 2, cash is the poorest type of investment. The second question is, how do I save effectively? Where should I invest my savings? When deciding where to invest your funds, keep in mind that the lowest risk investment you can think of in terms of volatility, it's cash, is the worst investment over time. Although cash appears to be steady, it loses value in a society where inflation rises the price of goods and services. According to Dalio, it is critical to consider investing and saving in the context of inflation and after-tax income. That is why it's critical not to see cash as a suitable investment alternative. You have to invest in assets that will perform better over time. With this in mind, Dalio pointed out that higher-yielding investments also carry higher risks. The most essential message I can give you is to diversify widely because I can tell you that one of those assets and you won't be able to choose the perfect one. It'll be devastating in your lifetime. You will lose half of your money if you are wrong in one, and you will have no idea what is correct in the other. As a result, choosing different nations and asset types, Dalio has also nuanced approaches to debt. When considering debt, ask yourself, is the debt going to boost my savings or is it going to provide an income? Debt such as purchasing a home, an apartment, or an item might result in forced savings. Forcing people to save is a good thing. Or if you're thinking about taking on debt and wondering, am I going to have the debt in an asset? That asset must generate more revenue than the cost of your debt. If you use debt to consume, that's not a healthy thing to do. Okay, because you're giving up that safety. Number 3, don't trust your instincts. The third step is to do the polar opposite of your instincts. If you're going to play a game, you have to go against your instincts and what the crowd says because the market reflects the audience. So if you want to purchase when no one else wants to buy and sell when no one else wants to sell, right? And that's emotionally taxing. And you're probably not going to play that game successfully because it requires a lot of resources. The financial markets frequently appear to provide apparent and simple investment possibilities. Markets frequently do the opposite of what you expect, especially in the near term. And if investing were simple, everyone would be wealthy. With this in mind, Dalio observes the market participants, such as hedge funds, with vast resources, compete with small-time investors for short-term changes. Every year we spend hundreds of millions of dollars trying to play the game well, and it's a difficult game to play well. As a result, I would caution you against playing the market timing game. However, if you're going to do it in ways that you're uncomfortable, because they go against your instincts. Many millennials who came of age during the 2008 financial crisis may be damaged by it, but they should not expect recent mistakes to be repeated shortly. One of the challenges is that the last experience you had is the one that will linger in your mind, and probably will not be the one that will get you, so the following experience will be very, very difficult. I know my parents lived through the Great Depression and they lost out on the boom because they were constantly thinking about it. So I believe what they need to do is look at all those situations. Dalio, who runs the world's largest and most profitable hedge fund, is offering the same principles that helped him successfully navigate the 2008 financial crisis in a new free book called A Template for Understanding Big Debt Crisis. Dalio hopes that this book can be used as a roadmap to lessen the possibility of future debt crisis and improve their management. And that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, kindly let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and smash that notification bell so you don't miss out on fantastic content like this from us. Thanks for watching, and until next time.